Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we had completed with the topic designing EPS, that is preliminaries of designing. How do they design the structure? So, when we talk about the next topic, that is EPS framework, that is electronic payment system framework, there are five interfaces, five main components you can say in which your EPS system is being designed. And when they talk about the first five interfaces are customer interface through which a user is going to interact. Second one is server interface, that is the e-payment gateway. Server here is e-payment gateway, who is going to make a connection between the customer and the merchant bank or the merchant interface. Next is the client bank interface. Now it is not compulsory the client is using the same bank which is merchant is providing. That is, if a merchant has an account in the so and so SBI bank, it is not compulsory that the client will also have a bank account in SBI. It can have in any other another bank. So it also requires a separate client bank interface. Next is merchant bank interface, because what bank details or bank accounts merchant is handling, that is the seller who is accessing the website. And the merchant interface, actually merchant how it is contacting with the client interface or the customer interface. So these are the five different interfaces in which your framework, the all over structure of your electronic payment system is being designed. So giving just a short introduction, online customer will connect to e-payment gateway. So customer will connect first to the e-payment gateway to make the payment through internet. So internet will be the service through which it will access the payment gateway to pay the for the services provided. Gateway will connect to the bank. Gateway will connect through via internet to the bank and check whether its bank account is enough to buy the required product. So if a user, it's obvious enough that if a user is purchasing a product of 500 rupees, that 500 rupees from the gateway, when it is paying it to the seller, that is the merchant, does he actually has those 500 rupees or not in his account should be checked before reflecting it to the merchant account. Obviously, if we do not have money, how we will pay? So checking that things, e-payment gateway also works accordingly. Online customer can also visit merchant's website through gateway. So through gateway also, if he is paying with that gateway to check whether that a website is correct or not, that is it's confidential with the data or not, it can move to the merchant's website directly. So these are the frameworks. When we talk about the frameworks, this is the flow diagram which is being followed. That is, if I say I am a customer, so when I am a customer, I have all the categories of data, or we can say all the categories of products which are there. Now they can be your home products, they can be grocery products, they can be furniture, they can be clothing. So these are all the categories which are there. So as a customer, when I look into the category, I have all the categories. So under all the categories, I will have subcategories. So see the arrows going forward and backward. When I have all subcategories, means what? Now clothing only does not come for women or men. They can be for children. So these are the three subcategories under clothing. If I want furniture, now that furniture will be for the dining room, for the kitchen, or for a bedroom. So these are the subcategories. So defining those subcategories is in the all subcategory section. Then there are details of the categories through which we can order into the order form, that is the view order. Once you add it to the cart, you can see it in the view order section, that is here. Suppose I have all the subcategories details. If I do not want this in my cart, I will add it to the against all subcategories, that is move to the list of categories I do not want it in my cart. If I want it in my cart, what I can do is I can order my form, view my order, complete my order, and order will be submitted. Authorization request can be done. Payment gateway will check the payment transaction. Issuer will get the response. Then if authorized, if bank is giving me that authorized account is there, payment request to the payment gateway will be done. Transfer payment to the merchant account will be done. Then payment transfer to merchant account. Once payment connections and verifications are done, it will be ended up. If not, you can see many of these arrows here, that is 1, 2 and 3 in the all subcategory. Means what? This is what I explained you was the normal transaction which was done from here to here. But can you see this arrow, and this arrow? Means what? The first arrow, that is this one, if I do not want in my cart, I can go back and keep it in the all subcategory section. Next is, after viewing the order, if I feel like that I do not want this product also, so from here, from the cart also, final processing, I can remove product and keep it in the subcategory section. At the very end, when payment gateway is processing and issuer is responding that yes, these particular products are there, and in these products I do not want a particular product, so payment gateway will check whether the process is authorized or not. If it is authorized, it will make the payment. If the issuer account is not authorized, again the products will go in the subcategory